Hey guys, Stephanie here with the Aeroponic Tower Channel, and I'm gonna walk around and see if I can wait for people to come on. I want to do these on a scheduled time because I know there were many who said they wish they knew I was going live to ask questions, but I'm actually just out in the garage having a little fun, so thought I would pop on. So here are the towers. You can come in. I'm on live though.
Can I go to the mail and help you?
Yes, please. All right, I'm just doing a little tour. So this garage is so jammed up in a hot mess right now because we're gonna move all the towers back. All these shelves are getting moved. There's so much space in the back. We're just doing a big cleanup, but I thought I would pop on, show you guys some of the starts and how they're doing. Here, I almost fall every time I walk through here. So if I bust my bottom live, that's what's happening. So back in this section, we used to run a business out of here, and we're clearing it out so I can have tons of room for the towers and just get this area cleaned up. But I always like to say, start when it's not perfect and then figure it out later, because growing food is so important. So here I've got some new starts. These are our baby greens and more baby greens. This is how I start all my seeds. I'm not sure what that is, but one little baby's born. There's peppers in here, and I saw one sprouted, so that's exciting. Some pretty mature things that need to go into the towers, so I get to harvest some food, because if we have mature things ready to go in, that means I get to harvest today. And just lots of, look at how gorgeous these are. It's curly parsley. So this is the germinator by Tower Garden. I love it. Super simple. And then these are my fairy morse lights. I love them too. These wear out over time. This type of bulb is a T5 bulb, and so these do burn out. So this is probably a better deal long term. It's definitely a little cleaner cut too. So both are good. I like both. These are a little bit larger, have a little bit more coverage. And let's just do a little tour. Some of the plants did not transition well, and I've decided moving forward, how do I flip this around? I am going to grow indoors full-time with at least a couple of towers, because right now I'm left without tomatoes and peppers and cucumbers and all those things we need for our diet. It's one of the reasons we're moving the towers to that back area and giving me more space so that year-round we have access to those things and don't have these gaps in our food. But the towers are catching up pretty quickly. This one was planted all from scratch indoors, and I've got the little Tom pea, and I did 2 seeds per rockwool, and they are starting to produce peas. I planted several of those. I don't remember how many. Then I have all my tomatoes, and in between the tomatoes, I'm growing cabbages and kales and fast-growing greens. So we have food to eat in the interim, waiting for these. The tomatoes are looking great. This is a kale. It's very similar to a cabbage. It's actually a kale. I forget the name. Tomatoes. Now, here's some more peas. More peas. Look at all these blooms. So pretty. So this tomato is not looking good. And I just recorded a YouTube talking about what happened here. I was trying to troubleshoot. Was it the pH? It's rarely ever the pH's problem, and it wasn't. Was it too many nutrients? And it turns out the power had gone out last week. Don't judge, look at this mess. But this had kicked into the O mode, which is for outside. This is too much water. They were just getting too much water. And it didn't affect all the varieties, but there are 2 that just did not like all that water. So I've got it back set to 1. Also, these are a little cold, so I'm gonna put in a tank heater today and allow those to warm up. My zucchini wanna be a little bit warmer too, than this garage can keep the water temperature. So this is just a sign of stress. Don't worry about it. Just we wanna figure out the problem if it gets like this, and it was too much water. So now I know the problem, we can move forward. So here's some curly kale. Lots of different kale varieties, mustards, Mizuna. Over here, look at these beets galore. I like to plant 3 to 5 per rock wool so that they look like this. And then you can harvest the beet greens and eat them to thin these out. You don't have to thin them out, but just as you want to clean things up. This is nutrient dense food. Here's my stinging nettle. It's been regrowing back really quickly. Superfood. I have a pizza inside. That's a nettle pesto pizza. So good. Gorgeous lettuce. Over here, we have cucumbers coming in. Well, the plant's starting, not cucumbers coming in. This is a blue veil kale, a Napa cabbage, regular cabbage, parsley, Chijimusai. This is some Mabuna through here. More beets. Look at this one. This one's great. Beets galore. Oregano. Lots of, oh, let's go over here. So this tower was outside. Most of this stuff was really stressed outside, and some of it has to be replaced. This is edamame. I was hoping they would come back. 50-50 on that still. But the zucchini plants are coming in nicely. The aloe is recovering from being frostbit because I left it outside too long. Peppers. I cut these pepper plants back and they're regrowing really nicely. I cut this tomato plant back. I can't say I will ever do this again. This was cut back and is regrowing at the same time this was planted. So starting over, obviously the better option in my opinion. Napa cabbage, more zucchini. Let's see if I can get around here without falling. Rosemary, gorgeous rosemary. So nice to have herbs fresh year round. This is lavender, and look, this is a sign it's going to bloom. When you start to get your lavender, makes this little like fuzzball on top. That's a good blooming sign. So maybe we'll have some lavender leaves, zucchini. So many gorgeous things. Those are my leeks. I cut them and they're regrowing. Arugula. So, really fun. Just wanted to pop on, say hello. Merry belated late Christmas. I hope your towers are doing amazing. Make sure to check out my free ebook if you're curious about towers or have any questions. I answer a lot of that in my free ebook on why I chose the towers and why they just work to grow a lot of food, which is really important, and in a clean way, which is super important because these aren't going to leach chemicals. This is a special material that doesn't break down, and they've been using these to grow in the sun outside for many, many, many years, well over 10 years, and they just hold up so well. And here's the lights that are on a timer. And these are cool because you can move them. So as your plants get bigger, or as you're taking a garden tour, you can put them back in place. They're like little octopus arms here. All right. And those are the towers. Next time I hop on, this garage will be clean. It will look so different, so much more room. And I'm working to get 3 more towers loaded with food for a total of, 7 towers growing in the garage. Happy New Year! So, Happy New Year. Thanks for hopping on. I'll see you guys soon.